Bo Brady lies hanging by a thread. Sepsis, a merciless foe, courses through his veins and the clock is ticking. The drug that could save him, Versavix, is tantalizingly close yet maddeningly out of reach, stolen by a scheming thief named Kevin Lambert. As the days unfold from May 19th to May 30th, 2025, the residents of Salem rally, fight, and pray for a miracle, while a heroic act by John Black sets the stage for a tale of sacrifice and hope that will echo through the ages. Bo Brady's condition is dire. The sepsis has taken hold, weakening his body and plunging him into a coma. His wife, Hope Brady, sits by his side in the sterile hospital room, her heart heavy with memories of their 40 years together. Their marriage, like a ship battered by countless storms, has weathered betrayals, separations, and heartbreak, yet it always found safe harbor in their love. As she holds Bo's hand, Hope whispers words of encouragement, her voice trembling with both fear and defiance. "You're a fighter, Bo," she says, her eyes tracing the lines of his face, now pale and still. "You've never given up on us, and I won't let you give up now." Their daughter, Sierra Brady Weston, stands nearby, her youthful strength a quiet pillar for her mother. Sierra's heart aches as she watches her father, the man who taught her to ride a bike and face the world with courage, slip further away. She clings to hope, but the doctor's grim faces tell a different story. "There's not much time," they warn, their words like daggers to the Brady women's resolve. Yet, in the midst of this despair, a flicker of determination burns. Somewhere out there is Versavix, the experimental drug developed by Dr. Jeffrey Russell, a beacon of hope that could pull Bo back from the brink. The stolen cure. The problem is, Versavix is gone. Kevin Lambert, a man driven by greed and desperation, has raided Dr. Russell's lab, snatching every vial of the precious drug. His plan, whether to sell it on the black market or hold it for ransom, unravels quickly, leaving a trail of chaos. Kevin's actions ripple through Salem, complicating the desperate search for the cure. Sean Brady, Bo's son, and Steve Johnson, Bo's loyal friend, take up the mantle to track down the thief. Their search is relentless, pounding the streets of Salem, interrogating shady contacts, and following every lead, no matter how faint. But time is their enemy, and with each passing hour, Bo's condition worsens. Sean, torn between his mission and his love for his wife, Belle Black, finds solace in stolen moments with her. Their intimate conversations, filled with shared worries and quiet reassurances, are a reminder of what's at stake. Not just Bo's life, but the bonds that hold their family together. "Dad's strong," Sean tells Belle, his voice steady but his eyes betraying his fear. "He's got to make it." Belle, ever the optimist, holds him close, whispering, "We'll find a way, Sean. We always do." John Black's heroic return. The search for Versavix takes a dramatic turn when John Black, a man whose courage is as legendary as his love for Marlena Evans, re-enters the fray. John has been missing, his whereabouts a mystery that has left Marlena sleepless and anxious. When word reaches her that John has been found, her relief is short-lived. John, true to his nature, dives headfirst into the mission to save Bo, determined to help Sean and Steve recover the stolen drug. But fate has other plans. In a heart-stopping moment, John finds himself at the center of an explosion. The blast, triggered by a trap set by Kevin's associates, engulfs the warehouse where the vials of Versavix are hidden. The force of the explosion throws John to the ground, his body battered and broken. As flames lick the air and debris rains down, John's thoughts are of Bo, of Marlena, and of the family he's fought so hard to protect. He clings to consciousness, his will to save Bo stronger than the pain coursing through him. News of the explosion reaches Salem and Marlena's world crumbles. The hospital, already a place of sorrow, becomes a crucible of anguish as she learns that John is gravely injured. Rushed to the same facility where Bo lies, John's condition is touch and go. Marlena, a psychiatrist accustomed to mending broken minds, feels powerless as she watches the man she loves fight for his life. Her tears fall silently as she prays for both John and Bo, two pillars of her world now teetering on the edge of collapse. Hope's heart and Julie's faith back in Bo's room. Hope is unaware of John's sacrifice, her focus fixed on her husband. It's their 40th wedding anniversary, a milestone that should be filled with laughter and celebration. Instead, Hope marks the day with quiet reflection, her mind replaying the highs and lows of their love story. She remembers their first kiss, the way Beau's eyes sparkled with mischief and promise. She recalls the fights, the reconciliations, and the unshakable bond that always brought them back together. 40 years, Beau, she murmurs, a bittersweet smile on her lips. And I'd do it all again. Sierra, sensing her mother's pain, tries to lift her spirits. Dad's still here, Mom, she says, her voice firm. He's fighting just like he always has. But the weight of the doctor's prognosis hangs heavy, and Hope struggles to keep despair at bay. She clings to the possibility of Versavix, even as hope feels like a fragile thread. Meanwhile, Julie Williams, the matriarch of the Horton family, refuses to surrender to gloom. From her home, she gazes at a photo of her late husband, Doug, and whispers a prayer for a miracle. Doug, if you're up there, send us a sign, she pleads, her faith unshaken. Julie's belief in the impossible inspires those around her, a reminder that in Salem, miracles are never out of reach. A glimmer of hope as the week of May 26 dawns, a shift begins to stir. Against all odds, Beau's condition shows signs of improvement. The doctors, once resigned to his fate, are cautiously optimistic as his vital signs stabilize. Hope and Sierra, weary from days of worry, dare to hope. Then, in a moment that feels like a gift from the heavens, Beau opens his eyes. His gaze, though weak, finds hope, and a faint smile curves his lips. Fancy face, he whispers, using the nickname that has always been theirs alone. Tears stream down Hope's face as she clutches his hand, her heart soaring with joy. The hospital room fills with celebration, but the victory is bittersweet. Word spreads that John's injuries are far more severe than anyone realized. His act of bravery, charging into danger to secure Versavix, may have come at the ultimate cost. Marlena and John's loved ones gather at his bedside, their hearts heavy with gratitude for his sacrifice and fear for his future. The possibility looms that John's life could be the price paid for Beau's survival, perhaps through an organ donation that could ensure Beau's recovery if Versavix alone isn't enough. The beginning of John's sacrifice, John's journey to save Beau began with a single, selfless decision. When he learned of Beau's plight, he didn't hesitate. Tracking down Kevin Lambert's trail, John pieced together the thief's plan, following clues to the warehouse where the stolen vials were stashed. He knew the risks, Kevin's allies were ruthless, and the situation was volatile. Yet, John's loyalty to Beau, his brother-in-arms through countless battles, drove him forward. As he slipped into the warehouse, his senses sharp and his resolve unshaken, he had no idea that his actions would spark a chain of events that would change Salem forever. The explosion was sudden, a deafening roar that shook the ground. John's quick thinking had already secured the vials, tossing them to Steve just moments before the blast. As the warehouse collapsed, John's body absorbed the impact, shielding his friends from the worst of it. His sacrifice ensured that Versavix reached the hospital, giving Beau a fighting chance. Now, as John lies in his own hospital bed, his fate uncertain, the people of Salem grapple with the cost of his heroism. A community united, the days ahead will test the resilience of Salem's residents. Beau's awakening is a triumph, but the shadow of John's condition looms large. Hope and Sierra, buoyed by Beau's progress, vow to support Marlena, their gratitude for John's bravery mingling with their prayers for his recovery. Sean and Belle, Steve, and Julie all rally around the hospital, their love for one another a beacon in the darkness. In Salem, where secrets and scandals are as common as the sunrise, it's moments like these that reveal the town's true heart, a community bound by loyalty, faith, and the unyielding belief that love can conquer even the greatest odds. As Beau's eyes remain open, fixed on Hope's tear-streaked face, and as Marlena holds vigil at John's side, the story of Salem continues to unfold. The battle to save Beau Brady is far from over, but with John's sacrifice lighting the way, there's hope that miracles are still possible. For now, the Brady family and their friends hold tight to each other, ready to face whatever the next chapter brings.